Hello and welcome. Today I want to show you how to open a closed ring. As tatters, we get into a rhythm of tatting, and we're just tatting along, not paying attention, real close attention to what we're doing, unless it comes to a join or, excuse me, a specific technique that we need to do. And at that point we go back to watching what we're doing. For rhythmic patterns, those are just basic chains and rings. You got the pattern down, you're watching TV, you're not paying attention. All of a sudden you discover, way back yonder, there was a mistake. Well, you have two choices. You can either cut it out, put in new thread, hide the ends, or you can do what we call retro tatting, frogging it. There's many terms, and what it means is rip that tatting out all the way back to the mistake. Now, for personal use, a lot of tatters just let the mistake ride and move on. Okay? But if you're showing this, you're tatting in a demo, contest or something like that, you have to fix your mistakes. So, today I'm going to show you how to open a closed ring. This ring here has already been closed. It's still attached to the shuttle. The easiest way to do it is the way I'm showing you. If you've got a picot, you can go right in where the picot's at. Doesn't matter where the picot is on that ring. If the picot was just up here, go in where that picot is at. It's easier. However, if the ring has no picots and it's just a decorative ring, you're going to have to go in between the double stitches. That is where the crochet hook gets you. You'll embed that thing into your finger. I have done it so many times. And then you got to pull it out. It hurts just as bad coming out as it does going in. So when I have rings like that have no picots to go through, that's when I put a band-aid on my finger. No, I don't need the band-aid. I need the padding in the band-aid to keep from going through and digging that crochet hook into my finger, because you're really working at it, trying to get between the double stitches. Alright, so word of wisdom, if you've got a ring that has no picots for you to go into to open it up, and you've got to go between the double stitches, depending on the size of the thread, depends on what size hook you're using to open it, put a band-aid on your finger, save yourself some time, and you've got that extra bit of padding. After you're done, take the band-aid off. Alright, you can even use scotch tape with a cotton ball. That'll work. So, word of wisdom, put a band-aid on. Now, let me show you how to open one. This ring here is closed. Now we have this thread here that is going to the shuttle. That is our core thread. This here would be attached to another shuttle normally. Alright, or a ball of thread. So, here we go. We're going to go down in between that picot. Alright, now what I want to do is I want to zoom in just a hair so that you guys can see what I'm doing up close and personal. Alright, now I went down in between that picot as if I was going to join. Now what you want to do is run it up through the ring. See how I've got it? There is where you're going to grab that core thread. That is the thread going to the shuttle in this demonstration. Now, once you get that core thread caught, okay, right there it is. You see it? Let me see if I can't get a little bit of gap there so you can really see it. I'm not pulling on it yet. Alright, there's the core thread between the double stitches, center of the picot. What you want to do is hold that ring tight at the base. Take your crochet hook, grab that thread and pull it in increments. It takes time. It's not easy opening a closed ring. Alright, the next video I'm going to show you how to open a split ring the easy way. Now, once you get your core thread pulled up, see how mine's pulled up? The next thing you want to do is go down here where the ring joins together at the base and separate that just a teeny bit. Alright? This takes a little fidgeting. Won't lie to you. But you got to get it right there. Once you get it open, there are two methods. You can use what they call hackle pliers. These are hackle pliers. You find these in bait shops that are for fly fishing. This is what they use to tie the lures on the fishing line when they're fly fishing. Alright, and they're called hackle pliers. Now, I've already talked to Lisa at the Tatting Corner. She's going to see if she can't be a distributor for them, so that it'll be easier for you to find them. I know there's a lot of places that don't carry them, like Cabela's. No, they don't have it. Dick's Sporting Goods. No, they don't have it. Bass Pro Shops may have them. You may look up and get them there. But fly fishing is what they're used for. Alright? Or you can use these. These is a set of tweezers that beaders use for their beadwork. You see, they're crosshatch. It's because they have tension on them. You can use these. Anything that has a tension to it that looks like this. Alright? And they open like that. These open, same principle. See it? It's got that tension on it. That's what you want. So, today we're going to use the hackle pliers. What you want to do is grab that thread at the base of the ring. You want to pull that loop where you separated the picot. Pull it up. Once you do that, and all you see is the picot back, hold that ring and start pulling that core thread till you can get that ring open enough to retro tap or frog it, rip it out, basically. Now, once you do that, then the ring is back on your hand, as if you was going to tat it. What I always do, as a little trick, I pull back on that because this last double stitch on the ring really gets tight when you're opening it, and it makes it difficult to dig that double stitch out. Alright, so I will pull back on it and tighten that ring back up around my hand, but it's in the same process straightening this last double stitch out. So at that point, you're going to take your crochet hook. You can go up under the waistband of that double stitch. Alright, looks like a pair of pants. You want to go up underneath. They call it a cap as well, of that double stitch, and start working those stitches out back to your mistake. Okay, and you continue this until you get to the mistake, correct the mistake, and then reclose your ring. That's all there is to it, but you need some tools to do it with. You need the right sized crochet hook or pick for your double stitch, or for your thread. You need either these or these kind of tools, hackle pliers or a beater's tool that's a cross, I think it's called a crosshatch pliers, I'm not for sure, but either one of these will work. So I hope you understand how to open a closed ring, okay? And in the next video, I'm going to show you how to open a split ring. That is the most difficult ring to open for me. So, until the next video, I hope you've learned something. Thank you so much for watching, and happy tatting.